what is your desert island remedy? Now, keep in mind, you get one, okay? You're stranded in an island.
Lisa, that's not fair. May I have 100, 50 even, just 50 of the top most important medicines? I can't have that. Okay, must choose one. Okay.
Okay?
I've got it.
Go.
My most valuable remedy that I would choose if I were stranded on an island is different today than it would have been 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I would have been thinking Arnica, Montana, because I had children and they were always falling from trees or they were tripping over things or chasing after goats and always having injuries, ski injuries, etc. So Arnica was my go-to medicine. And I also used it for sleep. It helped me sleep. But these days, don't tell Arnica I'm saying this. But my favorite now is Aconitum nipalis, or aconite. Why have I forsaken my beloved Arnica for Aconitum? I'll tell you.
Please.
Because as I age, aconitum is an excellent medicine for strokes, for heart arrhythmias, for heart conditions. Aconitum is great for accidents. Yes, arnica is still valuable for the bruises, etc., but aconitum is our first one because of the shock. Aconitum is so great because now my friends and I are in our 70s, and I am always concerned about my brother's well-being. I also used aconitum to help my mother when she indeed had a stroke. And I used it for my father when he was having cardiac arrest. So aconitum is for a sudden event. Also, I'm driving in the car, perhaps. I've got my aconitum always in my purse, and I feel something coming on. Uh-oh, this feels like it could be bronchitis or something like that. And it's bam, all of a sudden it comes on. Take a dose of aconitum, and it aborts it. Just as if I had gotten stuck in an elevator and was frightened and shaken up. Aconitum, aconitum, aconitum. Anxiety, angst, sudden. That's it.
Panic attacks, like stops it in its tracks.
Put that in there, right there within minutes. Aconitum will uproot and release a shock that has been held in the system or the mind for a lifetime. When I read that statement by Roger Morrison, who I've since gotten to know, I read that to him and I told him that has released so many of my students, myself, my family members, my poodle, that has released people from so much anguish because we think ever since that time I was jumped in that alley in 1979, I've not been the same. I don't think about the event perhaps, but you know what? I've had panic attacks since 1980. I don't understand where they're coming from, but it does sort of remind me of that time when I was really worried about my life. Aconitum for the panic that ensues afterwards, whether we know or not cognitively that was actually the trigger that pulled it all together for us. Nonetheless, aconitum 200C, a dose or two over a period of a day or two, and the shoulders can drop down and the person can stop thinking about the anxiety and angst that has been plaguing them for nearly a lifetime.
Okay, so Aconitum nipalis 200 is Joette's desert island remedy.
#1 medicine.
Thanks, Joette.